How's it going, guys? Oddly Unorthodox here for your Total War video. I did see that I got a comment requesting a full guide to multiplayer on Total War Warhammer 3, and I am in the process of making that. It's just that might take a little bit of a while. Obviously, I expect it to be quite a long video, but getting into this build, playing against Skaven and Ogres, and this game didn't go the best for me, without sort of making that too obvious. But I think it's important that I'm able to show you how to come back from when you're behind, and also that not every game, is easily won. So what happens straight away is I just see this huge, obviously I can't see those guys up there, but I see this 4 squads of units here, the Mournfang Cavalry. Obviously I can't see these guys yet, I can't see any of those guys, and I can't see everything behind me either. A real nice Skaven build, I've got to give it to him. My build's quite simple. I expected a bit of an artillery fight, so I went with Sigmar Sons. The reason I brought these being, one, they're unbreakable, so they just sort of hold the line for a while and buy you a bit of time. Followed by 3 more squads of swordsmen, 2 squads of spearmen with shields, 1 without shields, and then I'm pretty sure it's 3 squads of handgunners, the Sunmaker, the Hammer of the Witches, and 2 squads of Rights Guard, because I expected a Skaven artillery build. So this really does show you not to put too much stock into what you think is popular at the minute. So these guys suddenly become noticeable. We charge to meet them. The Hammer of the Witches is going to tee off into the Mournfang Cavalry quite nicely. If we can chunk that, that'll be quite nice. But as you can see, he had this amazing vanguard set up. Oh, and we have got Boris. I like bringing Boris because he doesn't have to bring like a healing mage with him or any sort of healing, because he's great by himself. He heals by himself, and he's quite a good combatant. But you can see units will start to show up in a minute, and we'll see what happens here. You can see they managed to break a squad of Mournfang Cavalry before they even get close. The handgunner fire now really coming in. But I don't really have the means to protect all of my ranged units here, especially when you look at the sheer amount of cavalry moving around the sides. There's a lot that I'm going to have to try and protect, and you can see my front lines being broken quite quickly. I should have noticed them and brought them back sooner, but Eshin Triads are no joke, and there's more squads of them coming, so we're not going to be able to hold them back too much longer. And then obviously now we get hit by this Death Runner squad, wow, blob, and it's going to be quite messy. So we do try and readjust our handgunners so we can get some fire down on the Death Runners, hopefully take a few of them out with us. But you can see that everything's getting compromised pretty badly now. But at this point I've been in games where people will just give up, but a game is never completely unwinnable. So he's left a squad back there for some reason, but I'm not going to complain. And we're going to start trying to chip down these Death Runners. And we've got Rights Guard that have run into these Death Runners here. It's not a great fight, but it should buy our handgunners a little bit of time, hopefully. You can see the Sigmar Sons are holding their weight against the Mournfang Cavalry. It'd be nice if these Chaos Warriors would have joined, but it's one of those, can't be helped. And you can see that now the handgunners are putting some hurt out onto these Gutter Runners. You can see here the Rights Guard are having quite a rough time of it. And we are going to risk the friendly fire chance and use the artillery and our own squads backwards. Boris does get a little bit hurt, but we do manage to do a lot of damage to the Tyrant. I'm happy to pull Boris out at that point, so we should be able to start healing him soon. A very nice cast from my opponent, trying to break through the chip so he completely breaks. A nice spell to drop. And now you can see things are trying to come back, trying to help us hold. We run these spearmen back over here, but you can see things are getting collapsed on quite nastily, but we are killing them off. That's the Tyrant that's going to be broken there. And, it might not be going exactly how I want it, But I'm getting some good angles on the things that I need to kill. These Sunmakers managed to stay on for a hell of a lot longer than what I thought it would. And even these Spearmen are doing their hardest to hold on. There's that squad of healthy Death Runners that's managed to come in. And we do send some Rights Guard back to try and break them off, even though I don't think it's going to work too well. But you can see the handgunners, they're getting charged. But, you know, we do have to dish out a little bit of damage first. And you can see that actually I've taken a lot of damage. A lot of my army's quite broken and battered. Boris, I think, is up on that hill healing. Absolutely miles away. But you see that we do get caught up quite nastily in the end. And the Witches, you know, stayed on for the longest amount of time and is still trying to put blows into Deathmaster Snitch. But our lines may be faltering, but you know, we've got units coming back. We're going to bring those swordsmen back over. And in all fairness, our allies come out of it looking really quite healthy still. He's still got a lot of infantry that's quite healthy. Chosen of Khorne with dual weapons still really healthy. A little bit of health left in the Skull Crushers, but not loads. And you can see that at last we are getting overrun on my side. But we're going to go make sure that that Tyrant runs off the map. And then we're going to try and bring our forces back together, as you can see here. You know, the Sigmar's sons running over to them. We're going to try and bring a force back together in the hopes that we still manage to win. I think it's very possible for us to still win. There's some real quality left on the Warriors of Chaos roster, list, whatever you want to call it. And you can see we're just trying to break up individual squads and build back a little force again. You can see that we take a charge from the Ogres there. But it's not too bad. It's not going to be too much of a great fight, but we should be able to break one of them off at least. By a little bit of time for our Khorne ally. You can see that we bring Boris back in. We want to help Valkyr win this 1v1 personally. We want to shut down Deathmaster Snitch and keep Valkyr up. You can see that we are grouping our forces together. You know, the Sigmar's sons holding out to take out these Mornfang cavalry. Only 8 of them left with 250 HP, but we have broken them. Finally gotten rid of them. And we are starting to bring back a good majority of our forces. Well, not a majority, but a good amount of our forces. Deathmaster Snitch is still quite healthy, so quite an issue. I didn't realise it called him Triple Sword Infantry. That's pretty cool. Obviously, he's trying to take out what he can. But I'm going to do what I can to try and take as much damage off him as possible. Now, I'm pretty sure we can defeat him at this point. Yeah, look, we've managed to break him off. Valkyr's managed to stay 1500 HP. And that will be Deathmaster Snitch broken. And you can see here that the Chaos, the Chosen of Khorne, are just too much for the Skaven to handle. A truly horrendous squad to try and fight in melee. Better if you can pick it apart. Because now it's just going to absolutely lawnmower its way through the rest of the infantry. There's nothing really left. I mean, even if all 3 squads of Death Runners got on it, I think they're going to struggle to take them out. They are injured, but there's still 50 of them. And you can see at this point I'm taking out the Eshed Sorcerer. I don't think he had any Winds of Magic left. But we'll just take him out anyway. Use Boris now that he's back at near full HP. You can see that he's at his healing cap, and there's not much more that he can heal, but we'll still use him to break apart the characters and stuff like that. You can see the handgunners got charged by 2 squads. They managed to break 1 squad of the Mornfang cavalry. The other one got in sadly, but I'll take it. And then it's just mainly the chaffy parts of the enemy's army left. You can see that we're breaking the Sorcerer. We're charging off the squads there, and now we're going to send Boris over here to hunt down Deathmaster Snitch. A very nice Skaven army. I really like that sort of vanguardy, stealthy Skaven army that you don't normally see too often. You can see the Hammer of the Witches. I mean, not bad value from the Sunmaker, not bad value, especially for how much ammo it got left because it just got ran off. The Rights Guard didn't do too good. Handgunners, some did okay. And, you know, it wasn't a bad game all in all, but more this game was for me to show you that don't just give up as soon as things start going in the wrong direction. You know, it's always possible to bring it back. If you've enjoyed this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. This has been Oddly Unorthodox, and I'll catch you on the next one.